Greeting from Singapore. I'm Jody Dharmawan, and welcome to the Dharma Lifelong Learning Masterclass. Today is the series 2. We are going to talk about the power of listening. So in the year of 2010, I was very proud to be selected as one of the member leaders to attend the Global Leadership Academy in Washington, D.C. I was meant to serve in the global leadership positions from that point onwards. So I got into there. I was really excited, but at the same time, very nervous. And so Dr. Bell put us into a room and he threw us with the first exercise. The first exercise is basically getting to know each other. I said, okay, that was easy. He pairs us up and then asked us to go and introduce ourselves for 3 minutes. And so we did. It was easy. We found someone whom we have not met, and we started talking. So in 3 minutes, I thought I seemed to introduce myself and get to know who that person was. After the 3 minutes, then he grouped us into a group of 3 and do exactly the same thing. After the group of 3 is a group of 5. So in a span of 15 minutes, a room of 25 people, we kind of like, yes, we had a chance to meet each other. And then he gave us this instruction. He said, okay, now go to the first person you've met and introduce that person to the room. And that was my oops, oh dear moment. What was her name again? What did she do? I completely forgotten. That was my aha moment. Little did I know, all those time in that 15 minutes, so much of an introduction, my energy was basically spending on telling people who I am instead of really paying attention who the rest of the people are. That's my ego, huh? That was the first lesson I learned about leadership. Leadership starts with the word L, and the L stands for listening. It is as simple as that. I didn't know that. I thought it was visioning. I thought it was decision making, formulating strategy, or maybe how you rule, how you influence, how you empower, etc. Nope. It was simply listening. It formed the fundamental basic of good leadership. So why? Well, if we can master the art of listening, we are able to actually obtain far more information before we make any decisions or make any choices or take any actions. But think about it. Do we not make our choices based on things that we know? So if we actually listen first and then obtain more information before we make the decisions, we're equipped with more information to handle that. Maybe that's the reason why we were born with a pair of ears instead of just one mouth. So what does listening entail? So for those of you who are familiar with the Chinese character, you know the Chinese character is written in logogram, right? Each character is a symbol that originated from drawings. And the word listen, if you write it in a traditional format, is written like this, as you can see from the screen. It comprises of several characters. What you can see is there's the character of the ear on the left-hand side, and then underneath the ear is the word king, huang. And then on the right-hand side, it starts with the word 10, and underneath the 10 is a horizontal version of the word eyes, mu. Under the word mu is the word one, and underneath the word one is the way we write the word heart. So when we put all these characters together, what does that mean? It means respect your speaker like a king as you listen, and put in all your effort, your full intention to listen. Give your undivided attention to listen with your heart, with your ears, and with your eyes. And that is the meaning of listening in Chinese. I thought it was quite wise. It's a wisdom that has been there for centuries or maybe thousands of years, but somehow long forgotten about it. And think about it, when you do listen to someone, do you actually listen with not just your ears, but you also listen with your heart, listen with your eyes, and then your full intention is there just to listen, to understand without any agenda. That was my other lessons learned about what is the meaning of listening. And on top of that, apparently there are levels of listening as well. And we have identified over 5 levels. The first level is you choose not to listen. Are you aware of that? If you're not, go and talk to your spouse or talk to your children. They may tell you how good you are in mastering that. I've been always told by my spouse that, are you purposely not listening to me? Switching that off. Well, the second level of listening is selective listening. Basically, you choose to listen to what you want to listen to. Very likely, when you are in a problem-solving mode or you have a specific agenda, you basically just simply pick up the information or the words that you need to affirm your answers. We tend to be lazy. The lesser the energy that we need to spend, the better it is. And so we just pick up the words that we needed to hear, and the minute we have our answers, we don't need to listen anymore. So that's the second level of listening, which I quite often do, particularly when I'm doing my problem solving. But as a result of that, a lot of information is missed out. The third level of listening probably is the basic level of listening. It's called the empathetic listening. We listen not just simply to facts, but also the ability to also listen with our heart, to be able to at least feel with the other person. So we pick up the emotions as well. The fourth level of listening is listening to yourself. Now, I'm not sure about you, but when I think, I quite often talk to myself. I actually have a dialogue in my head. Do you listen to that dialogue? Think about it. Or you just simply interested in listening to that outcome that comes out. Apparently, that dialogue itself says a lot of things. So the ability to listen to yourself, to listen to that dialogue, you may discover something new. And of course, the fifth level of listening is the undivided attention, to listen to one person at a time. So if you were speaking to me, I need to give in that 100% effort, the undivided attention, just to listen to you without any agenda. I'm not here to think. I'm not here to analyze. I just want to listen, just to absorb, giving you that respect. After you've finished speaking to me, then I will give my turn to listen to myself. I'll give myself a moment of silence just to listen. What is that dialogue in my head? What are the thoughts? What are the stories that got triggered? And then I will have a wealth of information before I come to respond. So that is what we call the power of listening. So imagine this. If we're able to master the skill of listening, or maybe not to the extent of mastering, just simply practicing it, what will the world look like? I could imagine there will be empathy, there will be understanding, there will be consensus. You know what? Agreeing to disagreeing is a consent. There will be no confrontation, but we will resolve the confrontation through dialogues. And there will be learnings. There will be collective wisdom out of all this listening. Wouldn't the world be a much better place if we all pay attention and master the art of listening. So today, that is all I'm going to share with you about the power of listening. Next session, we're going to talk about leadership. We're going to define what does leadership mean. We're going to look into what do you lead with. We're going to look into how does leading with purpose mean. So thank you for staying with me. And if you have any comments, any questions, drop us a line, and I'll see you guys in the next session. Thank you. Bye.